Wagwan Sports Talkers. Today we're going to be looking at LeBron James on his Mind in the Game podcast, Control the Narrative podcast. Today we're going to look at his newest failed attempt to eradicate or minimize other people's accomplishments to build himself up as the GOAT. Let's hear what he has to say. Then we're going to come back with some reaction, and we also have some other people weighing in on the discussion. Let's get it.
It's funny, I don't know. I don't know why it's discussed so much in our sport and why it's the A-all, B-all of everything. You sit here and you tell me, you know, Allen Iverson and Charles Barkley and Steve Nash, you know, are fucking wasn't unbelievable. Like, oh, they can't be talked about or discussed with these guys is because this guy won one ring or won two rings or one, like, it's just weird to me. It's like saying Peyton Manning can't be in the same room with Brady or Mahomes because he only has one ring. They don't never discuss that in their sport.
Right.
Or telling me that Dan Marino is not the greatest slinger of all time, or he can't be in the room with those guys because he didn't win a championship. They don't discuss those things, you know. I don't know. Did Barry Bonds win a World Series? I don't think so. I don't think so. Barry Bonds never won a World Series. So. And you can't sit here and tell me that he's not the greatest baseball player to ever touch a bat. I mean, Jerry West, I think, went to like 9 straight NBA finals.
Right.
And,
the logo.
And was only able to win one. Right. And he's the logo of our league. Yeah. So you can't sit here and tell me that, okay, well, because he only won one, the guy can't be in the same room with the guy who won 2 or 3 or 4. Like, why not? This guy, he's our logo.
What? Yo, how are really going in today's day and age? What LeBron talk about? Well, LeBron really talk about sports talkers. I want to tell me in the comments because I don't understand what he might try to say. He basically try to say rings not important and rings not matter. And if you have 1 ring, you're the same as somebody who have 5 ring or 6 ring. Oh my God. What has the world gone to? What are sports about anymore? If we are going to lean into this discussion where LeBron I try to create this narrative where I try to create, what we are going to do? What are we going to do in a world where we're playing sports and winning the sport don't matter? And the people that don't win the sport should be ranked higher or ranked the same as the people that do win in the sport. Come on, LeBron, you have to go do better than that. You see me I say? I'm going to make Paul Pierce give you an answer. You see me? Hear what I say.
Paul, do you agree with LeBron about ring culture?
Well, there has to be a measuring stick. And why do we play the game? You know, is it for the fame? Is it for the fortune? Because as a kid, you play to win. And you are always measured on how much you won. And sports will always be that way. Now, I remember LeBron left Cleveland to chase rings in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't that about trying to get a ring?
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Right? Because he was trying to fulfill his legacy. You know, and same with Kevin Durant. So it just begs the question, like I said earlier, why do we play? You know, is it for fun? Is it for money? Is it for fame? Because I've always played to win, to be the best. And that's how we are measured as individuals, because when you are winning rings, it's proven that you are the best. And so it's kind of hypocritical for Bron to kind of say this, being that he went to Miami, then back to Cleveland, then to LA in search of rings. And that's how we measure sports across the board. In order to be the greatest, yeah, you can have all these. I could be on a bad team and have all the individual stats, but it doesn't make you great if you don't win. And that's why we measure players to that degree on how much you win and how many rings or trophies you got. It's all measured, and there is levels to this. You can't come to the Truth Lounge and just get in the VIP. You know, it's certain status that you gotta have, or a certain type of bankroll. Same in sports. It just is what it is. Some players are general admission. Some players are VIP, and then you got others who are VIP. And that's the upper echelon. So it just is what it is.
No,
Yeah, man. So, could break down what Paul Pierce just said. Paul Pierce is basically saying, LeBron, you are a hypocrite. You, I say, rings no matter, and you don't know where ring culture come from and why it is so important. But yet still, you, LeBron, left from Cleveland, go to Miami because you realized you couldn't win a ring in Cleveland. You saw how hard it was, and you never want to be a part of the hard. You just wanted it, you want it falling in your lap. So because you wanted it to fall in your lap, you left Cleveland and went to Miami and teamed up with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, who are two of the best players in the league at the time, right? When you win 2 rings, when you win the 2 rings, you realize, oh shit, the ship I go down. You know what you do? You jump off that ship there, jump on the next ship, go on back down to Cleveland, because it's a Kyrie Irving down there, and you make Cleveland know, say, yo, when they need to get Kevin Love, them trade with them number 1 pick and get Kevin Love. So now you have a next team with 2 of the best players in the league at the time. You win 1 ring there, sir. 4 finals, lose 3. You jump and go on the Lakers, you win 1 bubble ring. You see me? You won a bubble ring, and now you're sitting on your Mind the Game podcast talking about rings not important. If rings not important, where you go through all of that for? Why you didn't stay in Cleveland and try to win 1 or maybe not win none and pad up your stats since ring not important? Yo, that brother, yo, him sickening. Anyways, Charles Barkley, I make Charles Barkley have a run at it, and then we get some reaction about that.
But those are the rules.
Mm-hmm.
It's like my rules. Hey, I'm in the Hall of Fame, but I'm in a different wing than the guys who won the championship. I mean,
Still in the Hall of Fame, though.
I know, yeah, but I'm saying though, Jack, hey, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the rules. Like Charles are great, Karl Malone's great, Patrick Ewing's great. They're not at the table with Magic, Bird, LeBron, Kobe. It's levels to this shit. And I ain't mad at that. I understand that. Now, if I could have won a championship, I can go across the room. But the rules are the rules. We have to play by the rules. And this ain't got nothing with motherfuckers on TV who get paid to talk shit. We talking about players.
Right.
We talking about players. We understand, like, yeah, hey, I'm not at the table with Bird and Magic and those guys. Hey, yeah, am I a great player? Yes, I am. I understand that. But there are...
Zine. So basically, Charles Barkley, I said the same thing as what Paul Pierce I say. Just different words, but yeah, I levels to the thing, LeBron, and you know that. And you know, say I run down Jordan. LeBron knows he's running down Jordan, and him can't catch him. So you know what LeBron is doing right now? Trying to eradicate everything that he couldn't catch Jordan in, and minimize certain achievements that Jordan had, so that his individual stats and all these accolades, individual accolades that he has garnered, he's trying to use those as his case to be the GOAT. Remember, sports talkers, LeBron is the one that came out in 2016 after he won that championship, coming back from 3-1 down versus Golden State. He's the one that came out and said that made him the greatest of all time. Like, at the first me hear a player literally say him is the greatest of all time, and him still a play. Yo, the man is so selfish and self-centered, it's crazy. Man say the championship in 2016 made him the greatest of all time. In a scripted interview, or I don't know what to call it, on him, the other podcasting with them have. What name again? What the fuck? What name? Anyways, it's not important what a podcast the name. Him and him manager and him agent and him friend them and anybody who them invite sit down and talk scripted conversation where him already write down what him a go say and act like say it's sincere. You see me? Anyways, moving along, we have PK who's gonna annihilate LeBron, and then we're gonna close off with Rashad McCants, because this ring culture talking has bled over into players that didn't win a ring starting to demean minimize and try to change the narrative about themselves and their personal failures as NBA players, like T-Mac and Gilbert Arenas coming out and talking about Kobe in some crazy ways. So Rashad McCann's going to cap that off. We're going to listen to PK, what he has to say about LeBron and his ring culture comments.
And this is why I don't put him ahead of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant for me. It's the approach to the game. And to me, in some ways, it can be insulting to look at it as chips don't matter, or why is it that other athletes aren't seen as other athletes? But the whole point of pro sports and team sports is to win, and is to win a championship. And that's your dream when it starts out, is to win. We don't want to change that. Like, there's no changing that. So when people talk about Kobe being here, and if he was here, he would say this, because the epitome of winning a championship is going through the grind. People want to see the grind. People want to see the struggle. And for LeBron, you know, I'll always be a fan of his because he's an amazing athlete, an amazing basketball player, and he's going to go down as one of the greats. But to be an all-time great, to be the greatest, there's a certain way. How you win matters to me. Michael Jordan paying his dues, putting his time, not going somewhere else trying to win, matters to me. Kobe Bryant doing the same. Larry Bird doing the same. Magic doing the same. Because I'm sorry, what we see in today's sports, our kids, as soon as there's a struggle, as soon as they don't get that success right away, they want to jump and go. I'm calling my agent. I need to go here. I need to go there. If you're the face of an organization, that team invested in you. At 18, they could have drafted anybody on the planet. They're investing in you to help them bring a championship to the city, right? It's bigger than just you. It's bigger than that. And I think we need to get athletes to understand that winning is what pro sports is all about, and how you win is important. You want to go to other teams? It's going to change your legacy. Hopping around will change your legacy.
For sure, hopping around, changing teams, teaming up with superstars is going to affect your legacy, because you didn't earn it like a player that struggled, and then got over the hump. Steph Curry will be respected for that ring in 2016. They went through the struggle. They climbed the mountain and they got to the top. LeBron, however, didn't climb the mountain and got to the top. You know what he did? Jumped in a car when he was halfway up the mountain and drove to the top of the mountain. So your respect is less, and that's eating away at him. It's eating away at him because he knows he took the short route, the shortcut. He has the respect of the general NBA populace because he's a freak of nature. He's talented naturally. So people respect him as a basketball player. But when it comes to being the greatest of all time, it's divided. You know why it's divided? His fans will say he is, and everybody else will say he's not. You know why everybody else say he's not? Some people didn't like the fact that he went to Miami to win the rings. Some people are saying he took the easy way out. Some people don't like how he treats teammates. I, for one, don't like how he treats teammates. LeBron James, you make everything about you. I remember when he was at the Cavaliers and Kyrie was traded. They got some pieces back. Isaiah Thomas and somebody else, whatever. He went ahead that offseason. They got Dwayne Wade, Derrick Rose, several other players. Midway the season, LeBron traded away all those players and got a brand new team midway the season. He took some players from the Lakers, he took Rodney Hood from the Jazz, and he still lost. He treats the other players like disposable commodities, and they're actually people. They're players, real people with real lives, real girlfriends, mothers, wives, kids, and he just disposes of them like they're nothing. But that just shows you the type of person he is. He likes the easy route. He doesn't want to fight and battle and build camaraderie and win by the sweat of his brow. He wants to win the easy route, and that is why I don't respect or rate LeBron on a GOAT level. I respect him as a basketball player because it takes a lot to get to the NBA, and he's one of the best to ever do it. But when it comes to being the GOAT, there's levels to it. There's hierarchy in everything. Everybody working a job right now. There's the regular worker, there's a supervisor, there's a manager, there's a CEO, there's the owner for a company. There's levels to every single thing in life. And sports is another thing. There's somebody that's always more talented than you, and there'll be somebody that has won more than you.
It's about how Kobe Bryant is not this and not that. You didn't have that energy when he was here. Where was that energy when he was alive? And stop bringing this man who passed to extend your narrative.
Yeah.
Why would Kobe be in the conversation for you to kill him off so LeBron can live higher than him?
Right.
It don't make no fucking sense. Let the man rest. Let's keep him wherever everyone has him. If you got him one, you got him two, you got him three. We don't need nobody trying to push him down, push him away so somebody else can be elevated. LeBron gonna be LeBron.
Sports talkers, I'm gonna have to do a separate video on this Kobe slander, but just to touch on it a little bit, this ring culture thing that LeBron brought up spiraled into players that did not win championships coming out and saying rings don't matter, right? And using the fact that LeBron said rings don't matter and the fact that Kobe played with Shaq to like undermine Kobe, to diminish his achievements, to compare themselves with him almost, or to put themselves on a level playing field with Kobe, which they're not, right? Now this revisionist history that we're going through, I hate it so much. It's just people coming on TV or coming on podcasts and rewriting narrative to make themselves seem better or bigger than they are. Now, T-Mac is a bona fide player, like top tier. But T-Mac is also a bona fide loser, top tier loser. Saying that you would win rings with Shaq and you had Yao Ming scoring 30 points with... like, this is crazy. T-Mac had Yao Ming and is complaining that Kobe had Shaq. I don't have to go into any more to that. But what I'll say is this all stems from LeBron starting this ring culture narrative to save his legacy. He's starting this ring culture narrative, which is pulling out ex-players out of the woodwork that never won anything. They probably won individual accolades, but they never won a championship. They're coming out the woodwork now to be like, oh, championships don't matter. So they're trying to lift themselves up. And LeBron is using this. Like, this is leverage to LeBron to be like, my case for GOAT is solidified because I am the leader in every stat. And LeBron, I'm sorry, your case for GOAT is denied. I'm out.